All right, what's up, YouTube? This is episode 3. I am going to try and get a sword in the hand of the player, possibly go look up another animation, try to get a swing going. I'm also going to try and make a smelting object, right? Like a little furnace that you could put things into and make it smelt. So kind of ambitious, but we're going to give it a go. This medieval sword right here I made on Trippo. Right here. It's one of the assets that I generated. Looks pretty good. Good enough for this. I downloaded it, put it in the project. I also just did this, which is going to be the smelter. Very interesting looking. Cool thing about Trippo, you got 3 free retries. I'm curious if it's actually going to change it. I don't know what this giant hook thing is at the top. Yeah, we will see what this turns out to be. So we'll try to get that in the game. So let's start off with the sword. So we have the sword here, right? I might restart this, maybe not. Okay, let's go in the game real quick. Let's take a look at what we got going on. I need to change that title screen as well. Maybe we will also do that. Stamina bar is working. Let's go. Got our nodes here. On the last video, I also talked about how Ziva drops a lot of stuff into scripts. I asked Ziva to put the resource nodes, like the trees and the stones. I want to be able to edit it in the editor. That's the prompt I used. Can you make the resource spawning logic of the wood and stone nodes in the scene so I can adjust the spawn rates in the inspector editor? Just this tab right here. I went ahead and did that, so I can now just click on the level generator and adjust stuff, right? So how big the level is, all that, without diving into the code, which I'm not going to do, and without having to ask it to adjust it every time. This is a little bit easier. So we got the stamina, we got everything in there. So let's go with this, the sword. Okay, that's a terrible name for this. Can I rename it in here? Is that going to affect that? Let's do this. We are going to, should be gone. Okay, in 1 second. I'll probably cut this. Oh, I must have exported directly to it. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Export. Gonna go GLB. Okay, cool. Open this guy. We're going to say sword. Got it. Gonna move that guy. Put it in a folder. It's gonna import it when you go back. There she be. Now it's renamed. Not sure that matters, but okay. I want the sword dot. Let's make this a little bit longer. I'm asking it to make it into a scene because, like I said, it's going to dump a lot of stuff into script, and when it makes it into a scene, one of these guys, I can actually go in and take a look at it and move stuff around and see it. So I'm going to tell it to make it into a scene. This may be correct or not. I want to make this word into a scene. Then I want you to make an item called sword player's inventory. When the player equips it in their hotbar, I want it to snap to player character's hand. Let's see, I do not expect this to work. But the other reason why I wanted it in a scene so I can move it around and stuff is if it does that, I might be able to tweak it myself. Let's see what it's doing. It did not search through the folders to try to find it. Okay, we're gonna copy the path. Copy and paste would be nice. Hotkey, make a new scene. Oh no, it's in there. Okay, cool. Okay, weapon attachment script. When the player selects sword from their hotbar, the update function calls equip sword to the right hand when switching away from the sword and detaches. Okay, let's see. I might have to spin it around. Okay, we do have a sword. It is equipping. Okay, to his nether regions. Okay, interesting. At least it put the sword in. So my thought is that it needs to attach it to a hand bone. The script is looking for a bone named right hand, but the actual skeleton uses different naming. Looking at the player model, I can see the skeleton bones are named like right hand using guitons. Okay, the problem is we need to attach the actual skeleton. The player's rig model, not any known name right hand. Let me fix the weapon. Okay, sounds promising, as it mostly does. High hopes. Okay. No sword. Sword. Nothing that I can see. think it's mesh model, whatever. All available bones in the skeleton. Okay, spine. Because I don't actually think they did hands. I think it's just, okay. Actual bone right hand. Okay, let's try to see. Let's see if it'll open it up and show me where it is. Okay, skeleton. Boom. Got it. All right, where was this? It's called Night Player. Okay, good stuff. Not sure why that's like. Here's the animation player with all of the animations that you can select from. If you follow that tutorial I posted in the last video, it kind of turns into, again, like this this pack right here, where it's got a bunch of them. And it mapped it all for me. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, I can't just, okay, right. Oh, that looks like a pretty good spot. Okay, what is this named? Can I get a, let's see here. That's not a bad spot either. Right there. That's probably the best, and hopefully I can adjust it. Okay, so this is named right hand. Okay, slightly to the right down from the hand. Maybe it could also be tiny, so I can test that. Sometimes models come in at really odd sizes. I mean, I don't see anything. Okay. Can you set up the attachment so I can see it in the 3D editor? Modify the weapon attachment script to add a tool script. I mean, okay. Simple method that directly tracks the bone's global transform and updates. That sounds expensive. Updates a weapon, every position frame. That's probably not the way to go, I would imagine. Let's try it, but I don't think that tracking the position of everybody's hands in the game, and I think that's the way to go. Alright, not working. Okay, cool. So, let's check back. I like to bounce around. Let's check back on our furnace here. Nice little double furnace action. Actually, I don't mind that. It's got a nice little pot holder or whatever, like fire poker holder. Let's try another reroll. That's gonna take a minute. Okay, you know what? Let's try flash. What is this? Okay, asking the same question, but we're gonna try a different model. Gemini Flash. It's, you know, toggling back and forth between these is at least my workflow to see if I can get something working. I actually didn't mind this double furnace thing. We'll see what it spits out. The first one was a little wonky. I generate like the engine. Okay, the manual process. Let's go in here. Request feature request. It's not a bad little model. I actually like it a lot. It's really simple. I want this to be really simple. The character model I'm using is directly off Mixamo. I will probably generate one and try to figure out the rigging and animation. I have yet to do a model off of Trippo and try to rig it with the animations for or from Mixamo. I'm hoping that works. But I did want, you know, as you can see, you know, when they need to grab a hold of the side of the furnace, it's got a nice little handle action. All right, I'm wondering if I should roll it one more time. Let's do one more time. I don't like that one. I wanted to do basic models. Obviously, they're like in their underwear, etc. But that's, so at some point I will be equipping, you know, some sort of armor or weapon, or sorry, armor, clothing, etc. I got a bunch of interesting models here it generated. Probably need to up my prompt game, which means I'll go into ChatGPT and ask it to make me some prompts. System, okay. Fixing the ability to conflict. So if that works, I will see a floating sword in first player. Let's check where I'm at here. Not too bad, I got a lot to go for this week. It's doing stuff. I could only imagine trying to debug this stuff without Ziva. It would be insane. Oh, we're close. Okay, we're close. It is moving with the body. I have a feeling that it's just not tilted and moved correctly. Also, it looks like the pivot point is right in the middle of the sword. I don't know if that even matters. Let's go here. This is why I had them do this. So we're going to do a little experiment here. We are going to do this. We're going to raise this guy. That is not doing it. Okay, we're going to do this. If that moves the sword, then I might just be able to line it up manually. It's still attached to the bone. I think it's just offset. So we will see. I'm hoping this works. Yeah. Oh, think I saw it first. Yep, there it is. Okay. Okay, we're doing good. We can make this work. All right, so it spawned in. It probably needs to rotate this way. Okay. I believe it needed to go to the right, which, to be honest, I don't know which way that's going to be. We'll just kind of assume that. We'll figure this out. Do it the old-fashioned way. Grind it out. Make some small changes. Okay. All right. Does it feel like it is? It's moving with the right hand for sure. So, it needs to go the opposite direction, and it needs to rotate. Does it need to rotate? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay. So, we need to go back. Go this way. And then... Now, it is facing down. The hand is kind of facing down. So I think it needs to rotate this way a little bit. Let's see what we got. If we get this working, I'm going to grab a animation that makes the character swing. Okay, cool. Wow, it actually did what it said. I can see the sword. So that's cool. Okay, so move the right way. And I need to like 180 it, right? So I need to 180 that because it's... Okay. Let's go like this. Okay. And then this, you know what? I'm actually very curious. If because it started offset, I'm wondering if it did not need to be offset. Okay. We're getting warmer. We are getting warmer. I am actually very curious what point of the sword attaches. So if you look at it, it goes back a little bit. Nothing to see here. Just a little sword action. Okay, so... I mean, it should go down, right? It's going to take a little finagling, guys. I'm actually super surprised it only took a few prompts to get this rocking. He looks like he's been stabbed. Why is down up? So we're going to do this. There's probably a way where you can put the model and match it up. I think I read online that you can match it up in the model with all the angles and everything, and then just detach it from the model. But we're gonna do this the hard way. That's how we're gonna do it. Yep, up is down. Okay, so it needs to go forward, which is the direction of the sword. So we're gonna do our best attempt here, this way, hoping that not everything's reversed. You know what? I am a little curious if I can do this in game. This would be pretty sweet. Oh my gosh, yes, let's go. Okay, let's just try all the normal axis kind of things. Man, that moves a lot. Look at that. Let's go. That's pretty dang good, right? Nice. Cuts his own head off. Yeah. Jump and swim look like. I mean, it is grabbing it. It is definitely following his hand. Can I get it better? I mean, that's pretty good. Let's see. Something like, right? Cool. Does it unequip? It does. Let's go. Oh, I think that's because this isn't saved. Save that. Let's restart this. Is it gonna reset? Oh, guys can enjoy the music for a moment. No, it saved it. It was just because it wasn't saved, I believe, and it just reloaded its original setup. Let's go. It's sword time. Yeah. It looks pretty freaking good. Love it. Okay, we got a sword. All right, where's my... Is the snap point on the top? Okay, not the best. Let's try this again. Let's do this. Let's do this. Medieval bloomerine. Let's look up some images. Something like that might be cool, at least to start off with. Right, something basic. Not what I wanted. That's fine. Create a realistic. Okay, probably don't need that. Uneven gray field sends back with clay mortar. Cracks it. Okay. I like that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's give it one more go and have AI feed into AI to create a model to feed into AI, into a game made by AI. That's AI Inception. Create a fantasy program. I don't need magical elements. Nope. Okay, we're gonna go with this, but we're gonna make an edit. We're gonna go up here. Don't want this magical. Oh, this is gonna be a pain to edit here. So we're gonna edit here. Okay. I don't know about this material zones, but I think this will work. Okay. Ultra. Texture it. You've got all these different options. You can generate it in different parts. But if you select that, you'll get no texture, meaning it won't be colored anywhere. This wood, it'll just be white. Do you want 4K? Smart low poly if you're going to go in and do edits, which I'm not. I could ask it to do low poly. I don't actually mind. We'll give this a shot. All right. Now, what else do we got? We got this guy. Yeah. We're going to export this, and we are going to change the file name now to pickaxe. When I do my exports, I typically do GLB. You can also do FBX, and this guy I am going to export directly into where I need it. Once this is done, I'm actually going to move it. So it's going to download. Okay, we're going to cut this. We are going to go here, weapons. Okay, we are going to add a new folder called tools. Then we go back in here. It's going to, did I close that out? What if I closed it or if it crashed? Maybe I closed it out. Cool. So it's importing the pickaxe right here. You can see it. Not too bad. It's a little curved a little more than I like, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. And then we're going to ask it to do the same thing, but I want to test this to make sure that this is still working. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Once we get the pickaxe working, we will go get an animation for a swing and get that set up. And then we'll be swinging on these nodes. I'll try to get that all rocking here. All right, so my prompt's gone. Okay, create a scene with the pickaxe, GLB, tools folder. This will to copy the logic for equipping weapons. It snaps it to hand and use for tools. Include in the tools to this pickaxe. So if you remember back to the stamina bar, I had the health bar set up and working, and stamina was being a pain in the ass, so I told it to copy the health bar, and it worked. So I am going to attempt to do the same thing with this. Okay, so it didn't, it just stopped. I'll give him a nice little picture here. No, of course. It's going to want me to save that. I'll throw that here. All right, so it's good to report the bugs so they can fix them. We're going to flip this guy over to Flash. Give it the same prompt. I need to create a scene with the pickaxe, GLB in the tools folder. I want you to copy the logic for equipping weapons that snaps it to the player's character's hands and use that same logic for tools. Include in the tools that can do this, the pickaxe scene you created for now. Okay, let's go check on our model. Let's see what we got. Okay, I kind of like it. It's glowy. It's got some like interesting stuff here. Put a little chimney spout on a bloomery, which is not it. I might re-roll this. It's also got some weird, there we go. Also got some like weird stuff. What is this? Hold on. What is that? I hate this. Okay. It's got some pillars there. It's like a secret doorway in the furnace. All right, let's re-roll that. Oh, I should have. Really should put no chimney. Okay, we'll see what it gives us. I've updated to include the pickaxe created in pickaxe scene with the weapon attachment logic. Okay. Refactored to generically handle both weapon and tool attachments. I also added the pickaxe to the starting inventory. Okay. Successfully replaced weapon scenes with the equipable scenes. Somehow I don't think that's it. I think it stopped. I might have to tell it to let me know when it's done, just so I know. Okay, got the model in here. Yeah, super helpful having it in here so you can make adjustments if you need to. You can scale it, make it bigger, smaller, whatever, versus it just dumping stuff in scripts. Okay, let's give it a go. So we will look for 2 different animations after this. One for swinging the sword and another one for, let's say, mining, or it might even be like a chopping one. Yes, let's go. Okay, all right, we got this. All my players are going to be right-handed, by the way. So let's do this. Okay, so right now it looks like it kind of needs to 180. Let's go this, let's do this. So it needs to like 180 and possibly rotate. Let's just start with this whole, let's do this. Okay, warmer, very warm. I don't know why that's backwards, but okay, we're getting there. Going the right way. Not sure how small movements. Can I reset the transform? Yeah. Okay. Nope. Okay. Now, nope. The other way. Sure, this is how all the AAA studios do it. Let's go this way. It's a good test right here. Definitely needs to come like this too. Okay. Okay. It's a little much. Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Yeah, right there. Right. Yes. Looking good. That looks great. I didn't save it, that's why it's doing this. Okay, I can reload the game, that's fine. All right, now the animation, that's gonna go on the face until I've got a different running animation. I feel like, okay, it could go down and possibly out a little bit, right? Yeah, okay. Don't mind that. One of these needs to go forward a little bit. Let's see. Okay, good. Getting better. It's actually kind of how I want it. So it needs to go down, which I think is up. Yep. Okay, and then let's go up. I know. Not too shabby, right? Okay, maybe up just a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Definitely in the way. It's not too bad. I mean, versus it just being on the right-hand side of the screen. Not too bad. It's not the best. Okay. Size isn't too bad either. Yeah, not too shabby. Okay. We got it. We got this, which I'm gonna save. And this, I'm curious if this is gonna break if I save it. No, it doesn't. Okay. Running with my sword. I can change my pickaxe. Man, that looks awesome. Look at that. AAA. Okay. So let's take a quick look at our furnace. That chimney's going on. We're going to retry that, and we're going to put no chimneys. And we're going to generate another one. And the other thing was, hatchet with wooden handle, iron hatchet head has been used and is worn. Worth a shot. Okay, so we got those. Let's jump over to Mixmo. Let's refresh this guy. Let's grab some animations real quick here. And let's do swing maybe? Okay. Let me log in real quick. We're going to get some swinging animations. Swing. I mean, that's swing. So, chop. Okay. I know it has some. We're gonna do fantasy maybe. This might be more of a steady run. It is. It is. So that might be the way to go. They do have a night pack on here somewhere. Okay, these look like they're labeled attack. That is a very... Okay, he's doing a combo. I just want a one swing. Okay. Combo. There was a pack of these. There was like a pack of 58 of those. Sword. Let's look this up. Draw sword. Kind of cool. That's not bad. Slash. Okay, here we go. Pro sword and shield pack. There's 51 of these. There's 49 of these. If it loads. Maybe try the light one. Oh, it's going through all the animations. He's going to town. Turning. Idle. Sheathing. That's why they stick along. Okay, we will let that load. So that's definitely going to take a minute. I don't mind that, I guess. Not too bad. It really likes chimneys. It's kind of cool. I'm going to re-roll that. It's more like an oven than it is like a furnace. Okay, so we've got hatchet. Let's go to mix them. What do we got here? It's 2,000 frames. Forward, backwards. These might be the ones to use. Let's do this. That's fine. Let's try it. Let's give it a little download, see what happens. If it gives them all to me or if they're all already bundled, that would be cool. Not quite sure how this works. Okay, cool. So here is all of them. There's a couple ones in there. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go to fantasy. Is there anything for like chop? Adventure. Climbing, running. Oh, they've got a bunch. Okay. Let's do farm. Let's just see what it comes up with. Plant tree. Okay, plant a plant. There is going to be farming in this game. So those will be useful later. Milking a cow. Highly useful. Let's see. I'm just going to try at least. Digging. I do need the digging one. So We will download that without skin. What is this? Okay, we might double up the swing or the slash one. We might double that up. Let's see what we got. I mean, he's really getting into the mining at that point, but yep. Okay, let's see. That's close actually. That would be kind of hatchet kind of motion there. Okay, what is this one? No. Okay, we could use this for wood. I'm gonna download that, and then I'm just guessing here, but yeah, it's not going to. Really had no chop. It's got chip, a lot of golf, thriller. I do need a new jump animation because the one I got is pretty bad. All right, we will focus on. Okay, we'll focus on the slash. Okay, enough of that. Let's check our tripo and see what it made us. Not bad. It really wants some form of chimney, but it made it a pot, so you could put like flux in that, right? Actually, don't mind this. That's not too bad. Let's see, I probably got no more re-rolls on these garbage ones. Okay. I am going to re-roll this. Okay. We are going to try and get that animation in here. So, animations, right? So, here's the animation pack that we have. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here to my downloads. And there's a digging one. I don't want to dump all these in here yet if I don't need them. So let's go find there are a decent amount of slashes. Let's try this one. Okay, get this guy here. Okay, I wonder if I can drag and drop. Very curious if I can drag and drop this. I would imagine so. Yep, imported it right in. Very cool. There is a way. Okay, let's rename this. Rename slash animation. Let's do that. I want to slash anim. Okay, cool. Okay, can you... The other thing I want to do... We're going to go for it. I was going to copy the game to back it up, but we're going to go for it. Can you add the slash as an animation to the player character when they have a sword equipped? Plays animation. It's in the animations folder. Okay. Looks like it extracted it. It looks like it made one, right? Because here's the other animation pack. It looks like it made this. I'm very curious if this works. I'm updating, but okay. Okay. So it made an extractor script to extract the animation out and then removed it. I will believe it when I see it. Okay, our other animations are still here, right? Thumb jump, okay. Let's see what we got. Sword, got a pickaxe. Okay, that does not work. Let's see. Quick test. I might have to do this in Blender and I can show you guys. Remove the slash animation. Just for slash. All right, while it's doing that, we're gonna open this guy up in Blender. Take 3, Blender. Animations. We are going to import what I just downloaded from Miximo. So that was it's like a standard melee attack. I don't know if it went into oh, it's right here. Oh, did it do it with the mesh? That is my bad. Without skin. I just want the animation. So we're gonna re-download this. Boom, done. Go into Blender. We're gonna go anew. Don't save that. We're gonna get rid of all this stuff. Okay, import. Go find the file you downloaded. It's gonna be this guy. It's gonna show this little guy here with all the riggings on it. Okay, you're gonna bring your mouse on the bottom left till it turns into this little cross. Click and drag up. Makes a little nice screen here. On the left of that, all the way on the left of that screen, you're gonna go to Dope Sheet. When you go to Dope Sheet, you're gonna go to Action Editor. When you go to Action Editor, on the bottom bar here with this little clock, you're going to go to Nonlinear Animation. All right. So since we are just doing this one, I might want to add another. I did have another one where you're crouching and you can slash as well. So we got this slash, right? Cool. Standing one spot, does this like overhand slash kind of thing. You can move this little slider. It shows you the animation. We're going to try to go find that other one real quick, and I'll show you how to make this little animation pack. It's going to be right here. So I believe it was this guy. I could be, yeah. Okay, so notice that guy's like crouching and swinging. So here's how to add them together. What we're going to do is we're going to name one of these. We're going to rename it to the main one. Main. If you had a bunch of these, you just rename one to main so you can see it over here on the left. Makes it easier. This little button says push down action. You're going to click it. It moves this down into this bar. At this point, if you've got multiple, you're going to click this right in the middle and go to the other one. So the other one's named armature.001. We're going to select that. Go back to main. Click on the orange where it says armature 1. And then here's the trick. You go over to the right, click on slot, and then select it again. If you don't do that, this next step, by pressing this push down action, it won't push this down into here. Once you're done with that, you delete the other one. Okay. So now you can see these, whatever one you star, you can kind of take a look, right? So there's that one. There's that one. Beautiful. We're going to export these. I believe, let me take a look at what the other one was. It might have actually turned it. It did. It turned it into that. So we're going to do a GLB because that's what I did last time. So an export GLB. Sword attack. Sword attack. And we're going to go here. Test game. Boom. Going to go to animations. And we're going to do this. Okay. Oh, we have this open. Let's go check out what Trippo did. That is a beautiful axe. We're going to use that for sure. And we're also going to use this smelter. Okay. Let's focus on the sword though. So let's see if it nuked my animations with this last one. Okay. So my animations are still here, which is great. Sword and a pickaxe. Great. Got a sword. Got a pickaxe. Okay. It removed it, which is awesome. Because before it wasn't doing any animation after I clicked. So now I want to take a quick look at this. I don't think, here we go. I'm going to go back to Blender. Number 1 was, what was number 1? Okay, that's a crouch sword attack. I don't think it's going to let me do this until it imports it. So you to convert the sword attack GLB into a .ms file so I can use it for animating character. Searching the files, it found it. Look at that, it made it. I'm not really worried about that. It made this animation. It's the animation. I don't know where that appears. I don't even think that one pops up. I seem to remember I could check out the animations because I was able to rename them. So what am I missing? I forgot. It's right here. Animation. For some reason I was able to see these before. I just don't know. It might be because it's on the player. Yeah, I was able to see those. That's weird. Why can I not see that? It's almost 2 hours. Okay. Alright guys, I might cut this one a little short. I've got the sword, I've got the pickaxe, it's in the hand. I'm going to be working on animations. My stamina bar randomly appears and randomly does not, so I'll have to fix that. But we did get it connecting on the character and then switch weapons, which is pretty cool. Alright guys, I will see you on the next one.